Houston has a problem. The Astros have been on top of the baseball world now for what seems like forever. Nearly a decade, the Astros have reigned supreme in the American League and in all of Major League Baseball, winning a couple of World Series. As the old saying goes, all good things must come to an end. That's where I feel like we should be at with the Houston Astros. Of course, most fans don't like the Houston Astros and how they've gone about their business. I understand that. You guys are free to feel however you would like, but the fact of the matter is 2024 has been a different story. The Houston Astros are off to a 7-17 start. They are 10 games under 500 for the first time since 2016. 2016 was the last time they missed the postseason. I'm gonna call it a dynasty, and there's different quotations for what a dynasty is. For me, a dynasty is a couple of rings, not one. Of course, the Dodgers have been in the playoffs for 11 straight seasons, but they have one World Series to show for it. So because of that, I don't really view the Dodgers run as a dynasty. You could call it a golden age if you want, but a dynasty, I'm not calling it a dynasty. The Astros, though, for me, it's sort of a dynasty. I think it's fair to say a dynasty, at least in my book. 2 championships, you're a dynasty in X amount of time. Things are not looking good. And I was watching the game today on Cubs telecast. Only 2 teams have made the postseason that started 7-17 in the last 150 years. Do not quote me on that. I could be wrong, but I heard something outrageous. I'm like, hold on, I had to do a double check on that. A lot of Astro fans are really dooming and glooming this team, and I get it. The Astros in last place right now in the American League West. The good news, though, for the Astros is nobody is running away with the AL West. They are 5.5 games out. I don't want to be scoreboard watching in April and all that, but if you're in the Astros position, last place, a territory that you're not all familiar with, the Mariners are 1 game above 500, leading the division. So that's the good news I have for Astros fans out there. There's still 137 games left or whatever in the season. If this continues, the Astros are in danger of missing the postseason, and I understand a lot has gone awry for Houston, including their entire pitching staff is basically on the injured list. Lance McCullers seemingly has lived there. I don't want to, bag on Lance McCullers. I like Lance McCullers. He's one of my favorite pitchers when he is pitching, but he hasn't been healthy in like 5 years. And so I don't know what's going on with Lance. I know he's dealt with injuries, but he just seems to be on the injured list every time I look at the Astros. And Justin Verlander just came back, but he's 45 years old or whatever he is. And there's a plethora of injuries on this Astros rotation. If you don't have good pitching, you're not going to win very many games. And you combine that with a lot of the Astros players who were expected to be performers are not performing. Alex Bregman is off to a really rough start, and this is a contract year for Alex Bregman. So if this continues, you might see the Astros sellers at the deadline. When was the last time we saw Houston as sellers? We see a Bregman move at the deadline. Jose Abreu, a lot of Astro fans are tagging on Abreu because they signed him to a multi-year contract, and again, Abreu is up there in age, but he has been horrible to begin the year. Definitely unacceptable. I totally get their frustration with Jose Abreu. As we go online here and take a look at some of the tweets that I have seen, Joe Espada, the new manager, and this is the storyline too, the new manager of the Astros, of course. Dusty Baker retired last year. Joe Espada had been in the Astros organization, phoning for him to be the guy that gets promoted and become the manager, and it just has not worked out for him. But he said that the guys will not quit. This was before the game against the Cubs today, and the Cubs just absolutely just came out and demolished them. JP France, not a major league pitcher. Another comment here, maybe the NHL can save me from this terrible Astros team. The NHL has been in expansion talks. Houston is certainly a player in those expansion talks, but you guys have CJ Stroud. You guys have CJ Stroud of the Houston Texans. I like CJ Stroud. He's my second favorite quarterback behind Joe Burrow, of course. CJ Stroud is going to be a good one for the Texans. The Astros certainly have carried the city of Houston through some dark times with the other sports franchises. The Astros, like I said, they're a dynasty in my book. It was a hell of a run for the Astros, but I think this is the beginning of the end, and maybe they get on a run. Pick this team to win the division, so it wouldn't surprise me if they go on a run, but to start out this bad, that's not a good look for Houston. Because again, I didn't see the end of the Astros dynasty happening this year, and they just re-signed Jose Altuve. They gave him a 5-year extension. I don't think when they gave him a 5-year extension, they expected to be in a rebuild in those 5 years. They want to go out with a bang. with Jose Altuve and possibly win one more championship. Saw this meme here. I don't know where this meme is from. It looks like the Ninja Turtles. I'm not sure what the background of this meme exactly is. The Astros back in 2019, back in their heyday, walking everybody in the division, and now Astros are in last place and everybody's walking the Astros now. I at least get the meaning. And another comment here by Tim from San Antonio. The Astros are cooked. Put a fork in them. They are cooked. Well done. Not even the end of April. Do not want to get off to a bad start. Crazier things have happened. The Astros have the winning pedigree. Until they get their pitching back, I don't see this Astros team getting any better. And even when they get their pitching back, are they going to come together as a complete unit to go on a run and get themselves back in it? They're only 5.5 games out of the division. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section about the Houston Astros. Do you believe in this Astros team? Do you think it is the end of the dynasty for the Houston Astros? Are they going to make a run? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And I will talk to you guys again next time.